All right, so check it out. Here we are. I don't know if you can see behind me. There's the Pacific, and I'm standing on that overpass that I told you all about, where I met that Mexican gentleman, and we sat and shared a drink and just kind of talked for about 20 minutes, and then at the end of it, he pointed down that way and sent me off on a little 2-track road that gets a little rocky, gets a little hairy. Almost wrecked a couple times. And he kind of started an adventure that I don't think he realizes the significance of, at least for me. Yeah, it's kind of a funny reminder that that we can have interactions with people seemingly meaningless, and yet they can have a significant impact. So, yeah, I'm really grateful for meeting that guy and for the adventure that it's begun, and. Yeah, so wanted to share an update with y'all. The first is I had a friend message me when she watched the video, and she was saying that isn't it interesting that that in The Alchemist, Santiago has to change out his steed in the middle of the desert. He has to switch out his camel for a Honda. And interestingly enough, that's been the same information that I have been working with the last few days. Bunch of gearheads and friends of mine that grew up riding motorcycles, still ride motorcycles, just people that are really knowledgeable all told me the same thing, which was, hey dude, you need to switch out your motorcycle for something more powerful. You're a big dude, you're gonna be going in the mountains, and you need a bigger engine. So I heard that, accepted the wisdom of the collective there, and so I am now the proud owner of this Honda 300 XRE, and I actually sold my 150 yesterday to a Mexican family, so really happy for them. They get a basically brand new bike, and I get a brand new bike too. So everybody wins. So the situation now, because I bought the bike. The situation now is that I have to, I already registered it this morning and I'm working on getting all the paperwork, but I have to wait to receive that paperwork back. So that's where it kind of gets interesting and where my timeline becomes tentative. I'm not really sure when exactly I'm going to be able to leave. I need to make sure that all my paperwork is in order. So in the meantime, here's what else I'm doing. So this bike, I'm making sure that this bike is equipped. I also have to put 1,000 kilometers to get enough miles on it so that I can service the engine for the first time, which is like a very significant servicing for the engine of any new mode of transportation, but especially motorcycles. So that's why I'm out here on this ride today, in part to take you guys up here, but then also to put some clicks on the odometer. And then also, so that's the bike. It's outfitted with a bunch of safety gear. It's got a crash guard. It's got cell phone mount and charger. It's got, a nice, more comfortable kind of insulated seat cover that'll help me ride a little more comfortable for 3,500 clicks. I'm also working on getting some saddlebags and some more gear for the bike so that this thing can get me there. So I kind of have an interesting situation with the gear because I showed up in Mexico with way more stuff than I actually need. I wasn't sure where I was going to end up. I kind of left the States, not really sure, on my final destination, not really sure what adventure awaited me. So I brought a whole bunch of like cold weather gear and dress clothes, and I was basically just ready. It's my life in 3 bags. And 3 bags is way too much to put on this bike, and plus I don't need it all. So I'm gonna ship some of that back to the States, but then on the flip side, I need to get more stuff so that I can provide good video for y'all, and just some minor things to make sure that the trip goes well, and so that I can provide good updates. So that's the situation with the bike. Honda threw in a free helmet. Not sure if I mentioned that. Appreciate it, Honda. That was a nice move. And then I've been cramming Spanish classes. I took some when I first got here to Mexico, kind of dropped off because I got dengue. But now I've been hitting the Spanish hard over the last week or so. and just had a 2.5 hour session, marathon session with my professor this morning. So that was really good. He's an excellent dude. The Spanish, helmet, bike, registration. Yeah, I ended my apartment lease. So I kind of took a step in faith there, because I don't know. We'll see. My apartment lease is up on February 6th, so I was kind of hoping to leave around then, but we'll see if I get the paperwork. That's kind of the main thing. So worst case scenario, I'm going to end up sleeping on the floor of a friend's house here in Puerto Escondido, where I'm at, for a few days. No big deal. And yeah, that's the situation. So I really like coming back to these touch points. I've done this often, actually, in my life. I've gone back to significant places, old places of work, or places where I've had significant experiences, and so wanted to come back and bring y'all with me to this one. And this is the last time that I'm going to come back to this place. I'm going to just let it receive my gratitude and kind of move on. And it's really special. And I'm glad to have y'all here with me. I know I've received a lot of really great messages, people concerned about me, covering me in prayers, and I don't think you need to worry about me that much. But yeah, thank you for all your concern and for coming along with me on this journey. And this is pretty exciting. So that's the update, and I will catch y'all later.